So, busy week in the games industry as always, but this week was like all three of the big three were doing stuff in the past like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Nintendo dropped Joker and Smash. Well, they dropped the trailer announcing that he was coming today as of recording, and PlayStation announced the PS5 yesterday, and Xbox announced the Xbox One S All Digital Edition. So, I think we're going to start off with Joker because everybody watching live knows we just finished streaming some Smash, checking out that fresh Joker gameplay. And Madrid, what do you think?
Joker?
As a probably new Joker main.
Oh, I was a Joker main like, before the game came out. Y'all know that. But he's pretty fun. Like I like his costumes. He has a fuckboy catchy costume. Fucking catchy.
Fuck a catchy.
Fucking catchy. His moveset's pretty fun. Like the gun isn't as satisfying as I thought. But
It's really good for stopping projectiles.
yeah, so
And allows you to get in.
Iha is pretty sick. Once you land it just right, like getting that good curse of magic in.
Yeah.
And
it spikes pretty hard.
yeah, it deals additional damage. Like it sits like a poison, kind of like with piranha plants poison. I don't think it's that strong,
No.
but
Piranha Plant's poison doesn't spike, so.
yeah, his up B is like a grapple. I've been using that to save myself.
Unless you have your persona out, and then it's like your persona
Yeah.
will allow you to fly.
Yeah.
Your persona's just like.
Oh yeah, the persona is everything times 10.
Yeah,
the grapple
that
you can
per-
also use it to grab.
That charge allows you to eat so much damage.
And
though.
the
It's
charge,
kind of ridiculous.
the rebellion
I
charge,
think you have to.
you
throw.
can.
I haven't
eat.
tested it, but I think you have to throw on that.
Yeah.
But once you start like a combo, you can't really cancel out of too many things that are
Yeah.
like they're going to be eating all of that.
Yeah, it's getting eaten and it's charging your shit faster. And then well, once that gets fully charged, you pull out Arsene, and Arsene's pretty sick. That added damage does a lot. That last match we were running kind of serious. I couldn't really get the kills off the way I should. I won, but you know, Jalen also just fell off. But you know, it is.
Yeah, no, I miscounted my jumps.
Yeah. And that reflect when he pulls out Arsene is sick because you can reflect projectiles and you can counter physical.
Yeah.
And it's just one command.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, fucking King K. Rool has the same shit. So.
I mean, yeah. I
And
mean,
he
the
can just
reflex
do it.
aren't like super problematic.
No, they are.
I mean, not really. They're hard to time.
I'm a Zelda man. That reflect is how I eat. Also,
Neutral
it create
B.
yeah.
Neutral
Also,
B.
it creates
Neutral
space.
B.
Yeah, but he's pretty fun. That stage is fucking sick.
Oh,
it
yeah.
changes with the music.
The best stage in the game.
We
Like,
get 11 songs. Like, dog, that's just hard. Like, we were playing on that stage regular. We didn't even go like.
Right, and then just think about how much better it's going to be, Battlefield or Final Destination. It's just great music, great stage design.
Oh yeah.
And
With
I mean,
the colors from the other game.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And even his
Like-
final smash, like that shit was perfect.
Yeah.
yeah,
And if you win with just the final smash, it goes straight into the cutscene.
yeah,
the ending.
the same way it would like.
If you landed a successful all out attack, but it's pretty exciting. Like
Yeah.
And plus everything else with this new patch is promising. You finally get stage creation.
Which has never really like.
I mean,
It's never really been good. No, it was in Smash 4 as well, but it just was never what you wanted out of that.
I feel like they made it better.
Yeah, they have made a lot of
It's
improvements
going to be
from what
interesting to
they've
see
shown.
what comes out, and also they've added more with the clips.
Right, and like
That's
now you
what's
can
got
do.
me excited. I can work on my mixtape now.
You can do stages. You can download all that stuff from your phone. So like, if you see a good stage, someone can post a link. Like, if you
Do I need the Nintendo app?
Yeah, you need it.
Fuck the Nintendo app.
I mean, I keep it just because like.
No. We
I'll-
have Discord.
Yeah, but I don't use it for voice chat. I use it for like Splatoon will let you order gear off that, and so like for me that
Can I
was
get
another.
Yeezys?
Huh?
Can I get Yeezys?
I think I got one of my pair of Yeezys off the app. So.
I'm not gonna download it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna download Smash Stages. I'll just be at work browsing through. Oh, guess I'll download that. Get home. Oh, new Smash Stage. But I mean, I honestly don't think that the stage builder has too much promise. Just judging by their track record with the stage builder, like you're gonna have better creation tools than Mario Maker in like a few months.
Yeah, but I also feel Mario Maker's more of the game for that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not here to build stages. I'm here to throw hands.
Here to throw
And
Yeah.
I'm not here to throw hands on your bullshit stages.
But for the people that do build that stuff, like we're gonna talk about Dreams a little later on, but they're the games that have user generated content that it is not. I'm not there to generate content, but I will definitely be there to play the stuff crazy people have made. And then,
Yeah, I just feel like when in terms of like, it's just going to be better in other games. That's just all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Smash was never going to be the game that, even if it had the greatest creation tools out there, there's not much you can do with the stage for a fighting game.
I mean, now they're at least letting you move platforms and stuff, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, for the
Like-
people that care about
Right,
this,
for people like
they're gonna have a ball, I guess.
user generated stuff is never really for the competitive. Like we have Final Destination, we have like everything that we need. We have 3 stock, we have no items, we have everything we need on that end. But more on the casual end, like I'd like to see, like there are a lot of stages that could exist.
Yeah, I'm just saying, auto-scrolling platformers in my fighting games pisses me off, and I know we're going to get about a metric fuck ton of those.
Hopefully,
Like that Pac-Man stage in Ultimate, it's just, I hate that stage so much.
yeah. But I mean, you could.
I don't
Somebody
even know.
could make Poke Floats. We need Poke Floats back. Somebody could make Poke Floats.
Yeah, I could live with Poke Floats. Poke Floats wasn't that terrible of a stage in the first place.
Right. It had a giant floating chikorita. What's not what?
Yeah, but it's
Where's
like you
the
didn't
issue?
move. You didn't have to move. The floats moved. You didn't. That's what made that not
Yeah,
garbage.
and I don't feel like they're gonna give you.
Nah, what's
in
gonna
the
happen is that
tools.
they're gonna have the float set up, and then it's gonna auto scroll, making it an auto scroll stage, and those are terrible.
You have so little faith in humanity. I don't feel like everybody's just gonna make auto-scrolling stages. Like
Yes,
I feel
they are.
like one person's gonna make one that gets big that a lot of people are gonna hate, and then people will.
People like chaos. They're gonna do it.
Think about it. Mario Maker was to make the like. Didn't at one point it became, how can I make the most disgustingly difficult stage possible?
Yeah, and I mean for those people, but Mario Maker also had a bunch of really just high quality, like really unique ideas to levels that were like, oh, I've never played a Mario level like this before, but this is a really interesting thing that somebody you gave them these tools, and that's what.
But once again, we're talking about a platformer versus a fighting game. Like, making a level builder in a platforming game is just going to be infinitely better than one in a fighting game. Because in a platform, I'm here to platform.
Right.
Whatever my track is whatever my track is.
You know what? I'm gonna go make a cool ass stage.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I'll
gonna
make a cool ass.
I'm gonna go make a
stage,
cool
too.
ass stage.
Just about any opportunity you give somebody to do some cool shit, somebody's gonna blow that shit out the water.
Right.
All the time. It's
There's
like
gonna be
like
garbage.
there's of course there's gonna be garbage, but it's not for. It's not for everybody. Like,
Can I
there's
upload
certain
my own
people who've
images
been
for the
waiting-
background?
There has to be somebody that has been waiting for this exact moment,
Right.
to where they can make. They probably do it in their
They're
spare
making
time.
that shit right now. They said, "Fuck Joker, I'm making a stage."
Yeah.
So
Some people really.
Hey, I just say this about it. I'll wait. They can come blow my mind. I have no problems with that.
That's fair.
yeah.
Anything else come out of that patch besides that and the video editor?
Well, so they updated Spirit Board, so now there's like a Persona section, so you can get all the Persona spirits easily. And then there's also the addition of, so they added Joker, they added the new Mii costumes. The Mii costumes are a lot better this time around.
The Mii costumes are
I
pretty
bought
straight.
all of the ones for Smash 4, and I paid more than anything else because of like how expensive those were on Wii U and 3DS. So I'm glad they're like 75 cents each. So not bad at all. Like I'll just scoop them all because
They're not just bundled with the Fighter's Pass?
no.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they weren't last time either. And last time you had to buy your characters, like the fact that we get all 5 of the characters that
They're
are
piecemeal?
yeah. So well, they came out in packs as well. So they're handling DLC way better in this one. It's way more affordable, way more like it's better.
That's
like
good.
pretty much across the board. Plus, like,
I mean, this is Smash Ultimate.
yeah, I'm glad they got their microtransactions in check because when I tell you Mii Fighter costume hell was, that's what Smash 4 became after a certain point. It was like there are just so many, because they're like, anybody we can't put in the game, we're giving them a Mii Fighter costume. They were like King of Fighters, Tekken, like all types of random garbage just thrown in there for Mii Fighter costumes in Smash 4.
That's fair.
Speaking of Smash, the next wave of amiibos is Pichu, Isabelle, and Pokemon Trainer for anybody else out there who's crazy like me.
I need that Isabelle. I need a second Isabelle on my shelf.
Yeah, I'll have a second Isabelle. I'm really excited for Pokemon Trainer because that's like Pokemon Trainer and Pichu are two amiibos that, regardless of like if I was not a completionist, I have to have all the Pokemon amiibos. Just
Yeah.
so, and I mean Pichu. If I can find a notch-eared Pichu mod later on, I'll get a Pichu and a notch-eared Pichu amiibo. Just because notch-eared Pichu is the best Pichu.
That's fair.
Where do you guys want to go with this? You want to go down the Persona 5 route, or you want to go through some more general Nintendo stuff for this week? Because I say we do Nintendo, get the Xbox stuff out the way, finish off with the bombshell that Sony dropped.
I wouldn't say it's a bombshell. I mean, it's a big deal. But it's like,
I mean,
Dude,
it's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't exist enough for it to actually be
It's-
a bombshell.
yeah, it's
Like, it's kind of like,
not.
my
Is
mind
anything
was-
a surprise?
I mean,
No.
we didn't know anything.
we still don't know anything.
we know
We know,
more.
we know it exists. We know it's coming.
We know nothing.
Let's go Nintendo.
Let's go to Nintendo. Okay, so earlier this week was Reggie Fils-May's last day at Nintendo of America.
Shouts out to a real one.
Yeah,
Shouts out to a real one.
the biggest guy in the industry, Reggie Fils-May. It was really cool. He posted a lot of pictures of his office, and people were like pointing out, like, "Oh, he has a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Collector's Edition right there," and like it was really cool getting a look around his office. And then a lot of different devs did like goodbye cards. Like it's really cool to see someone from Nintendo have a Twitter account. Like I know he's like not at Nintendo anymore, but we got some looks. That's always something that's really interesting. Like I like watching documentaries where they go to game development studios.
Gotta see what that office looks like.
Right, yeah. And his office?
Yeah.
Top tier. No complaints.
That's dope.
So Reggie, you will be missed.
Thank you, Reggie,
Yeah, thank
for
you.
all of your contributions.
Thank you for all the memes.
All the memes.
All the memes.
Once Reggie realized he was a meme, he just like leaned into it for the rest of his career. And I'm not mad at it.
Gotta have some fun with
How
it.
else would we have gotten a Robot Chicken E3 presentation from Nintendo?
Because our bodies were Reggie.
Our buddies will always be Reggie. All right, the Switch. So we talked about Smash 3.0. Switch also got its 8.0 update, which added some.
Did they add themes?
No.
Yeah, I knew the answer was no. They hate us.
They do hate us. They added
Bowser!
some new avatars, so you can have Pearl or Marina as your avatar, because they added some Splatoon and some Yoshi's Crafted World
That's exactly what I
avatars.
wanted.
You can now sort your games by alphabetical order, so my OCD, like,
That's also
I
exactly
no
what
longer
I
have
wanted.
to go in and shuffle. I actually like that feature. I like being able to push a button and have my shit get organized.
I don't know. I just want to play.
On a scale of
I wanna
1 to
play
5,
the
that's
last thing that I
feature's
played.
like a 3. Like, it's nice for those who want it, but also it's like, what does it do for me?
The Smash has exploded, and I cannot download the update.
Yeah, I can't download the update onto mine. And I thought it was like an internet thing. I tried
I got you, Darren.
my Wi-Fi network. Everybody drop an F in the chat for Smash's servers right now. Or Nintendo servers. Because I was at least trying to load the eShop, and like that wasn't even happening. And I actually have a tab open right now. There's Nintendo operational status.
Hey, all I'm saying is I believed and it worked.
Because mine
Gotta
was
steal some more
broken
hearts,
before
though.
he even started. I do
You
need
gotta
to steal some more
You
hearts.
gotta steal some more hearts.
Got to get that treasure.
Gotta
I
steal
like
hearts
the
and
fact-
smash people on his stage.
That trailer, that 15-minute video was
I watched the
great
whole
for
thing.
So I've watched it twice, all the way through.
I'm not saying that I had a couple of teardrops formulate.
Oh man, I got hyped. I was hyped. I heard the Persona 3 music. I was like, what? And then I heard the Persona 4 music.
Dog, the way Morgana just is like, he's like he's a celebration. Like that's a taunt. Morgana just pulls up like, go to fuck the bed.
God.
Really, I hope they do as loving recreations of the characters they do for the rest of this pass. Like, we don't know any of the rest.
I
but
feel like they
Sora.
are. I feel like the bar has been set. Like
Sora.
Sora, we're
Just go
like,
ahead and
we
give
were
us Sora.
talking the other night.
to
We
be for
said,
Smash.
To be
I
for
will,
Smash.
I'm not
is-
getting off that train until Smash.
That
4
train
This
is
not
that
Smash
train is
4.
going to
Smash
keep riding.
Ultimate is dead and buried. Like the game itself. Will
we
be
need
dead and
Square
buried before I get off
Enix
that
to
train.
come, pull up to Nintendo headquarters.
Drop a shit ton of those songs off because they're playing games.
No,
Right,
no,
they
no.
are playing games.
That and also just put Nier Automata on Switch. Let me buy another version.
Also,
of that
yes,
fucking
put
game.
Nier Automata
Yeah.
on Switch.
I mean, it had issues running on PS4 and PC.
Okay, the PC port was hot garbage, but PC ports tend to be hot garbage. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Unless you're Capcom.
Is this your king?
No, I blame the developers.
Yeah, because they don't care.
They don't care.
Because they know consoles are where it's at.
Wrong. They know we're gonna just do it better than them and then mod it into 4 K because they can't.
Oh yeah,
We do what they can't.
That sounds like your personal problem.
I have not played a single game on my PC in like at least the last week and a half. Just been
Exactly.
nothing but console.
Exactly, because you know consoles are where it's at.
Nah.
Unless they cost $250.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just throwing shade.
Yeah.
Oh, the $1.40 arc.
$1.40. What a ways it could go.
What a ways.
If you know, you know.
I guess I don't. So we're gonna move over to the Xbox. Xbox announced.
Reason number 15 why you should just buy a PC.
Yeah, they really. This made no sense to me. Like, it made sense until they said the price, and I was like, that makes no sense whatsoever. So they announced the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, which is an Xbox One S
The sad?
without the disc. I'm telling you, it's the Xbox One Shot A.
No, it's
No.
sad because
Sad.
that shit is sad. Why
'Cause
the
here's the
fuck
thing
would I
about-
pay $250 for no disc drive when I can get an Xbox One S with a disc drive for less than $200?
I got mine for $170.
They-
my next
That
question.
was
They
the
can
price
suck
for it.
the longest part.
Here's my biggest question about Microsoft and these consoles is that this is what the 4th new version of this fucking console you have. Where the fuck are the games?
I mean, their hardware department and
Non-existent.
Like why am I buying this?
They have 2K and
doing hardware
FIFA.
is easy. Like,
Call of Duty.
people are playing
Red
on
Dead.
the X because they want third-party games. Like, the X is actually selling because people want to play third-party games in native 4K across the board. I mean, it's
They're
powerful.
doing it for the single player experience.
But the
I mean,
S,
I get that, but then on that same notion, shouldn't they?
well, here's my problem with the S. In general, like, now that the X is out, why are people, like, I bought my S to play Xbox 360 games in a, like, easy fashion. I didn't buy my Xbox One to play Xbox One games. That's pretty much how that worked out. But why?
Funny enough, I built my PC to play Xbox One games.
But there's still stuff that hasn't come over.
the
Nothing
only shit I
important.
want to play on Xbox is shit from Game Pass, like
But and
Ninja
there's-
Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
heck, the only reason I can
that's
see
it.
to owning an Xbox One of any kind is to play my old original 360, not 360s, original Xbox games.
right, which
It-
you can't
that's it.
do on this one unless you rebuy them digitally.
it's
Thi-
like, why the fuck would I get that console?
Dude,
It was supposed
I-
to be. It was
initially,
supposed to be like that
if it-
transition. Like, hey, we want to get you in the Xbox
Right.
ecosystem.
If it were
250
like
is not about to do that.
140,
140? Yeah, I can do that.
Because you literally remove components. You should not be paying.
More for less?
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
You're removing.
Wait, I can't use it as a DVD player either?
No,
no,
not
you
a
can't
4K.
even. You can't
Literally,
even use your
I'm
Blu-ray.
like the 4K Blu-ray player that like is one of the actual good reasons to get an S at this point. It doesn't even have that.
See,
So,
this
like-
sounds like a mistake.
It feels like a mistake. They had
And
a
you
good
want to call it
commercial.
the Sade?
The commercial was
How
great.
dare you?
Sade makes amazing music. This shit here
Is
is
not.
not amazing. It's sad.
Sade makes sad songs.
Not all.
What?
No.
What?
She
What? I
Hold
won't
on.
pretend.
Wait.
Cherish the
Wait.
day.
What?
Look,
Cherish the day.
Smooth operator. Come on, fam.
All of her songs are about heroin, though. Still up.
You gotta love it though.
You gotta
love
love
it,
it.
though.
I mean,
She
yeah,
said
no,
that
I'm not
shit in
saying
the
her
scenes.
catalog.
She
is
stayed healthy though. She was vegan.
Exactly. Stay woke.
Stay vegan.
Aquafina.
Splash.
But yeah, I think this Xbox.
It's
I
sad.
don't think anybody should buy this Xbox. If you have to buy an Xbox One at this point, like if you don't want to build a PC, if you have to play Sunset Overdrive on an like if you, I'm saying
Honestly, you should go get a Switch for all that. Like, go get a Switch. You can get a Switch for $250. You can figure it out.
yeah,
I
honestly,
saw it for 200.
yeah, I
Josh,
saw,
go get a. There's shit on Switch that you would absolutely love.
I don't know. I don't know if I have time.
You can
Like
take
it's like
it.
already. It's like already have a PS4.
You
Like
can
I-
take it with you. That's the thing. You can always justify a Switch. Would you get an Xbox with that?
No.
No, exactly.
I
Especially
wouldn't.
not one without a fucking disk drive. It can't even play Blu-ray.
No.
right. It, and then don't they have a 500 gig version of it? Like that 500 gig hard drive is nothing. Like the
Especially when you have to download full games on that
right,
thing.
yeah,
like-
you have to well, I mean, you'd have to install them off the disk anyway. It'd take up the same amount of space. But for that to be your only method, like, that, it's not good. I can only keep, like, 4 things on my Xbox One at a time. And that's, like, being generous. If something happened in chat.
Oh no. Shadow Kami was like, I'm actually with Xbox on this one. Wait.
Yeah, we gotta...
I mean, I see the vision. Like, if
Yeah,
they can,
if
if
it
they
were
can
cheap,
slash,
it
if
would
it's
be
slash,
great.
I see the
slash the
vision like
price.
we're getting towards like
Slash
all
the price.
digital. It's like,
Right.
it all makes sense, but one, the price point, and two, why am I buying an Xbox again?
Yeah,
that
like
doesn't have a
right.
disc drive because like the main
there's
for
no
me, the
exclusives I
only
want to
appeal
play.
of an Xbox is the backwards compatibility.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I don't have a disc drive, how am I supposed to put in my copy of Jedi Outcast?
You buy it again, digitally.
Why the fuck would you
Why?
buy it again?
I
if you
mean,
already
I'm
own
just
it?
saying this is what Xbox is telling
See,
you.
that's
This is
more.
not what,
That's more money
this
just
is not
accumulating.
me. This is not what I am telling you to do.
We have to appeal to the fiscally responsible gamer, and
Uh,
this isn't it, Chief.
And I mean, like literally every major retailer. If you type in Xbox One, you will find an Xbox One S with a game that you probably want for cheaper.
Maybe
than
they
this.
put this out so people will look like, damn, that's kind of expensive, and then just look up Xbox shit and find out that ones are cheaper, and they're like, oh shit, I can get that.
And
This was 180. Fuck yeah.
I see Shadow Kami in the chat talking about how this is a Game Pass machine, but my Xbox is a Game Pass machine, and I paid less for it earlier. Like that's
Make it make
never
sense.
And it still has a disc drive.
right.
Make it make
and
sense.
like, of course, you can get movies digitally. Of course, you can get games digitally. Of course, like.
But what if you already own them?
Right, I'm not about to rebuy Halo Reach for my Xbox when I have a copy of Halo Reach that I've had since high school on my shelf and I can just slide it in there. Like my copy of Catherine that I bought on 360, I can just slide that into my Xbox One and it'll work. Like, in addition to my Game Pass membership where all the first party games I can play on either my PC or my Xbox, like, at the current price point, it's not $50 less than an Xbox One S. If it were, because the Xbox One S is going for $200, like new at big box retailers. If it were going cheaper for like the removal of the disc drive, that would make sense. Like when the PS2 was like $100, that was like a great price point to just get people in the door and playing your games. But $250 is not a good price point. Like the
Yeah, that's not gonna get my foot in the door.
right, that's not getting anybody's foot in the door. And then those people that you get their foot in the door, they're most likely not going to be happy, because if somebody buys you a game, what are you going to do? Tell them to return it and get you a code? Like,
yeah, like a lot of people aren't hip to that. And they're gonna
right.
go buy you
Like
physical games.
gamers we buy each other gift cards and like collectibles and like stuff outside, but like we can also share our physical games. Like, didn't you play God of War because I had it physically?
Yeah, but
I played Spider-Man because you had
didn't
it physically.
Sony drop shade on Microsoft in the beginning of the console era with this exact same joke?
Yeah, I remember Xbox got caught a lot of shit. It was like, yeah, you won't be able to fucking trade games. Like, nigga, what? How can I not?
Well, I mean, that's literally what this Xbox is.
They're like,
You
oh.
have to buy
They
your
were
game.
secretly like, all right, we're gonna try that shit again. It didn't fly then, but I think it's gonna fly now.
I mean,
Trying to sneak
it
it in.
could fly. Like, if
Well, the main
PlayStation-
reason why it didn't fly the first time was, one, because of DRM. Like, that was
Yeah,
the
it,
online
it was
only
like
DRM
its
nonsense.
own, like.
But
its
I mean,
only-
my PlayStation currently is online only, and all of my games are DRM. Like, if you think about it, this would work in my case in particular. If Sony were to sell a $150 PS4 that was like super small because it didn't have a disc drive and it was digital only, and because like my system
So a
wouldn't,
Steam box.
but PlayStation games.
Yeah, no,
Like
I get it.
I'm talking about my PlayStation library, and I'm talking and like not streaming. So I like, just to clarify, the Steam Link and a lot of those things are streaming. I'm talking about stored locally, playing off a disc, and I mean like a hard disk, not like a. But if I could get a PS4 that was literally this like two hard drives stacked on top of each other because they like crammed it super tight and it was super cheap, and I could carry it around and I could play all my digital games, and it didn't need to have a disc drive because I don't carry around physical games to play like that, that makes sense. But the operative, like, the main thing in that is that it's cheap. If this Xbox were like dirt cheap, I'd like just get an extra one just to stream stuff
like
that I have
200
digitally.
is viable. 150 is like
Optimal.
Right, yeah. 150 is like
150.
okay.
I could be like, man, I could go get me some Game Pass.
But
and, like,
$250?
250. I'm like, no.
Leaves room for it to go down.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah,
it does?
I mean-
If it does go down, would you get it?
No.
Because
Probably
I mean,
not.
For me, no. But
They're
that's just-
announcing 2 other Switch consoles. No.
And also, we got a PlayStation thing at the end of all this.
No.
And then on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of that, it's like,
I mean, that's not about to be this year.
Yeah.
But
And I mean,
it's going to be, by the time the price go down.
yeah, I mean, the fiscally responsible gamer is going to wait it out.
yeah. And I mean, I'm sure there are
Keep
going
your
to be
dick in your
people
pants, everyone.
that get this, because it doesn't even come out till next month. So I'm sure there are going to be people who get this and then trade it in or just give it to somebody. And I'm sure at some point in time, I'm going to get one of these just because it's me. Like, I'm going to find one, like, stupid dirt cheap
Don't
somewhere,
do it.
and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to
Don't do it.
get this because I can.
Yeah, I have.
I
no
have
use for it.
3 PS2s.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I feel like I could justify it, like,
He's going to do it.
I know
You
he's
can't
going to
stop
do it.
him.
right, yeah.
It's
Not-
already happened. Future him has already bought
it's
it.
on pre-order.
No, it's definitely not.
This is his way of telling us, I'm like, yeah, I already got it.
But Xbox actually did something smart. They announced Xbox Game Pass Ultimate,
Ultimate.
which is merging Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass into one subscription. Which,
How's that price changing, though?
There's only one Ultimate I care
you
about.
save about $5 depending on how you do it. Like if you're buying it month to month,
No,
which
no, don't buy
apparently
the shit month to month. Buy the shit by the
apparently
year.
no, apparently Xbox people, my ear to the ground has shown me, Xbox people do that shit a lot. Like they can actually justify like, oh, I'm not gonna play for the majority of this month, So I'm just not going to buy a gold this month. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, as somebody who buys my PlayStation Plus in a year, buys my Nintendo Switch Online in a year.
Shit, I just recommend buying shit by the year.
Yeah.
That's just what I recommend in general.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is.
But their target audience, like, I'm just saying that, like, almost everybody I know on PlayStation buys it annually. I know more than half the people that I play Xbox Live with buy it month to month.
Also,
give me 1 second.
Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime. So if you have a Switch, go ahead and set that up. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and stress this again. You can get a year free.
Yeah, well, you have to get like the first 9 months now, and then they give you the
first 3 months, then they give you 9 months later or some shit.
It-
Basically, it's like, all right, we don't want you to fucking flake out on having your subscription, but if you already got Amazon Prime, you're straight. You'll figure it out. So do that. So you can play online with us. You can play Smash Brothers with us.
Yeah,
Hit
and
us up.
Tetris 99.
Tetris 99. Join the Discord.
All those free NES games.
We're always trying to throw hands.
Oh yeah. So Press Start had their final event on Monday, or Sunday night, the deep end. It was their last night open. Controller Eyes held their official last Press Start
R.I.P.
ever.
They'll be reborn though. Stronger.
I ran the table on Tetris for 2.5 hours. I just was I lost one game.
That's just because I wasn't there.
And I was actually going to talk to you. I got Puyo Puyo Tetris digitally on PS4. So if that'll let us play 1v1, I need to get my skills up so I could win a game of Tetris 99.
Dog, the best.
Look, I'm going to be real.
The best
with
I've played is
I'm going to be
50.
real with you. Once you get into the top 10, you're not playing against other people. You're playing against level 15 Tetris. That's the thing about it. Top 10, you ain't playing against no one else. You're just trying to survive the fact that game is.
Well, I mean, I've been doing marathon mode on anything I put my hands on and I can play Tetris. I've been playing marathon mode. So, and then when I haven't been doing that, I've been playing against other people. So, I need to get the balance of both managing the speed, but also managing the people, because there's a bottleneck of where you're just getting piled on by people.
That's also because when the trash piles up to a certain point, you can only clear X amount of lines at a time. You're no longer clearing a line here or a line there. You're clearing multiple lines
Tetris,
and then back to back to back, and that creates a lot of extra trash. And then the game's going fast, so it's one of those. Yeah, that bottleneck is real.
Yeah, but yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. I'm glad we talked about it on the podcast. We got to play some Tetris.
Gotta play some Tetris.
Okay, we're gonna do a couple things that are miscellaneous news things before we get to the last big topic of the day. Persona 5, the manga's coming to North America in winter 2020.
Nice.
So, those are usually pretty short. It's 4 volumes, so I might buy that.
I have the first Persona 3 one.
Yeah, I mean,
you might have to get that then.
Yeah, So, usually they take longer than this to come out because I think it just finished in Japan. And so now they're just working on doing the whole thing and bringing it over. Good to see it coming. I got into the Dreams Early Access.
Oh, yeah. I was watching somebody stream that.
I played a couple different Dreams, and how we were talking about user-generated content, there's already some pretty cool stuff in there. I got it. I may make a couple little things. I may see what I can make, but...
Were you using the Move controllers?
No.
Oh. The person I was watching, she was using the Move controllers to,
Yeah, you can definitely make stuff. You can sculpt things with that. You can... But I think I'm going to, maybe write a song or something in there. Just do something small to put it out there. But I'm more so there for other people's creations. I've made a couple levels in Little Big Planet, made a couple stages in Mario Maker, but I'm always just there to, just give me what you got, game. And I usually find, pretty great things hidden in... That's why I have faith for the Smash stage builder. Because they will have a recommended. There will be people that tweet out links to cool things. So... Yeah, because Halo's Forge, like
Yeah,
custom
but also,
games.
but my main thing about that is that when it comes to fighting games in terms of unit generation, the max that you're going to get out of that is going to be like a 6, and then Forge, you can get like the range of stuff you can make in a fighting game stage is significantly smaller than the range you could do in a platformer or an FPS. Because with Forge, we were making arenas, we were making tracks, we were like, you could do a lot. People were making videos.
Yeah, and I mean, people have remade a bunch of stuff already in this surprisingly well. Like we've talked about it before, they've remade PT. They've remade like this is a game engine that they just put out
Yeah,
for
like
30
Dreams
bucks.
has the range.
Yeah, and so
Oh yeah, that game
it's
I'm
Medium
excited to see
Molecule.
what comes out of that.
Medium Molecule has never made something that I didn't at least like. Like Tearaway wasn't really for me, but Little Big Planet
It was
1 and 2.
interesting.
And then the fact that then United Front Games went and made Mod Nation Racers, which is
Yes.
my favorite kart racer of all time. Like, try me.
Laughs and Crash Team Racing.
Coming soon, man. Just today, I was just thinking.
Erect.
Yeah, it's just like, man, when is this fucking game coming out? It's like June something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait.
This summer's gonna drop some heat. We got
Yeah,
I
Astral
can't
Chain
fucking
coming in
wait.
June or July. I can't remember which one.
Oh, yeah.
I can't fucking wait.
The fucking what? Avengers? No, it's not Avengers.
Oh, Marvel
Ultimate
Alliance.
Alliance 3. That's coming out.
I mean,
I'm ready.
I'm going to play that shit.
Most
I
importantly,
loved
I'm
X-Men
gonna play that
Legends. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1.
1 and 2 were flames.
They
Like,
were
those
flames.
games were good.
They were good.
right, yeah,
I'm excited. And it's a
Yeah.
Switch exclusive.
right.
Take that Xbox.
I got my,
Where you at?
you guys see my protective Switch case over there. Like, it's nice and sleek. And now I can just throw my Switch in my bag. And I have, like, Splatoon, Pokemon, Monster Hunter. I want to get back into Splatoon too. They keep adding more and more gear. I'm like,
I want to dip my toes back in that ink, you know. See what's what.
it's gonna be super sweaty. I'll guarantee you that.
I mean,
That's
that's
fine.
pretty much who's left playing that game.
I mean,
isn't it?
I was pretty good at Splatoon anyway, so it was cool.
yeah. I'm down to play. Hopefully they fix the system so we can actually play together.
No, they didn't fix that. I know they didn't. That's
Yeah.
fine. The best we can do is get some more people to play with us. That way, it doesn't matter who we get matched
Right.
with.
Yeah. We could have a party of 12, and it's just 12 of us, or no,
It's
8. Yeah, 4v4.
That's easy.
Yeah, we can get 8 people to play Splatoon.
Yeah.
We have to get more people to get Splatoon, and it doesn't really go on sale, but
I mean, it's Nintendo. It's not gonna go on sale.
it's worth it. Like, it has a full single player, and then there's the Octo expansion, which by all accounts is good. I pre-ordered it and just never ended up playing
I
it.
didn't get it. I knew I wasn't gonna play it, so it made sense.
I mean, I kind of want to play as the Octoling, but can't be bothered to, like, grind my teeth. Apparently, it's really hard, and you have to be, like, really good with all the weapons in Splatoon to fully finish it.
That's fair.
So another piece of news from this week: Ubisoft is donating $400,000 to Notre Dame restoration
Why?
because they made Assassin's Creed Unity, and they talked about how they had to have like
Flint
artists.
still doesn't have clean drinking water.
Oh no, this is Ubisoft. Ubisoft isn't
They're a
even
French
like
company.
Yeah.
They're a
Like-
French company.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
that makes more
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I don't. They maybe have one office in the U.S. The U.S. government sending money to Notre Dame restoration is a whole nother story. But Ubisoft, like, it makes sense, and they were giving away
Yes.
copies of Assassin's
I
Creed
could find a way
Unity.
to make it racist. It's fine.
Okay. I'll let you. Next week we're gonna come in. I'll add it to the notes tonight for next week. Madrid finds a way to make Ubisoft caring about France racist.
There's always a way.
There's always
It's
a way.
France.
Yeah, I'm just.
It'll write
It
itself.
writes
It
itself.
writes
Like,
itself.
What do you mean? They were literally paying white couples to procreate with each other. Like, please, the swirl has become too powerful. We can't stop it.
Are they still taking like taxes from the colonies? Don't they still have
I've never-
colonies? And don't we know what colonies are? Like France is pretty much one of the biggest perpetrators of the globe's biggest atrocities in humankind. Honestly,
I mean, yeah, they're literally. I mean, yeah, but
France
also
is pretty fucking bad.
yeah, but as Americans, we kind of can't say as much about France because they kind of did help us win the revolution.
It's like
As a black man, fuck France.
it's like teetering on the edge.
Oh, maybe right.
Hey man, I'm just trying to prevent all cases of
Beer-related
shit.
incidents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All right.
At the same time.
So, Jalen, I'll let you get into this one because I didn't realize how meaty it was, and then I got down here and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Right, the game that everybody wants, but also shows the main problem with Disney owning Star Wars. So, one, the game looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the trailer looks cool. But here's my question. The story's garbage. Not question. The story's garbage. Now, here's the reason why the story is garbage. So, beforehand, as far as we knew, Order 86 managed to kill every Jedi but, let's say, 4.
66.
66. Whatever. It's ineffective now. It's lost its meaning.
76.
Because it's like, Obi-Wan got away, Yoda got away.
I mean,
The guy you kill in the beginning of
how
Force
hard is it to get
Unleashed,
away?
It's heck.
If you're
In the
going by
original
the
movie,
game,
everybody except Yoda and Obi-Wan were dead.
They caught them slipping.
I mean, they stabbed a lot of them just straight up in the back, like, oh, the order's out.
They
All
caught
right.
them slipping.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
But I'm just saying, it's like
All you gotta
beforehand,
do is
it was
be
like
woke at
it's
all
one of those.
times.
The more Disney makes stuff in the same, the problem with Disney and Star Wars is that we've been stuck in the same time period since ever. Like they got rid of all the stuff outside of the time period, but now we're stuck to like all up in the original trilogy and a little bit of post with the new trilogy.
Let's get 1,000 years in the future.
Shit, let's go to 1,000 years of the past. Let's go back to the Old Republic. That shit was
Let's
tight.
go to the old Republic.
I mean, it
That
really
shit
was
tight.
a long,
See, the
long
thing
time
didn't
ago.
they retcon all that shit though,
Yes.
right? Like that's the fucking problem. Why would you get rid of all the fun shit?
And not only are you going to get rid of all the fun shit, but you're going to have all the stuff you made confined to pretty much the time
movies?
period of episode 1 to episode 9. That's all the Star Wars we have now.
Yeah, and my hype for episode 9 is like minimal, honestly.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Like,
I don't see
I'm
them
gonna
turning
watch this
around the
movie,
whole
but I
franchise
don't-
in one movie.
yeah, I don't care enough. They're supposed to be making
here's
more
how.
movies after
Here's
that.
the thing. Here's how you fix the franchise. Is that what they need to do is they need to drop another movie. Have like a
After
Jedi.
this one?
Yeah.
Damn.
They're
I know.
they're gonna drop
No.
another trilogy after this.
Well, they're not. They already said they weren't going to be making movies for a while after.
Yeah,
this.
they're
I
taking
mean,
a hiatus.
They didn't.
Anyway,
they're
here's
still
how-
gonna do it though.
Here's
That's
how you
the
fix
thing.
the entire thing. You do Rogue One. You make a Rogue One again. You throw in a Jedi character, and you have it nothing to do with any of the 9 movies. It has nothing to do with any of the events anyway. It's just some shit that happened in the Star Wars universe. Bam, problem solved. Universe gets expanded. We get this cool shit that we want. You can be as contrarian as you want to be because it has nothing to do with the main franchise.
You're still gonna hate it.
Actually, no, it would be tight because as long as it's not garbage. That's the one thing. It still has to be good. That's all you gotta do.
Did anybody not like Rogue One?
Rogue One was the best thing Disney has dropped since they owned Star Wars.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I
Yeah.
loved it.
Hands down,
Honestly,
like
that shit was great.
and I'm just saying, if they made Rogue One but it had nothing to do with the original trilogy, I'm just saying, movie already becomes somehow better.
So one of the interesting things about this game is that we talked about it as recently as last week about how Frostbite is literally screwing over EA Studios, and it's showing. This game is showing how like much influence Respawn has in the games industry because this game's on Unreal Engine 4.
Oh,
I think it's the first EA game this generation not on Frostbite. And it's just because
Is Apex Legends on
I don't
Frostbite?
understand
Let
with
me
these
check that.
publishers and using engines that are
'Cause shouts
screwing
out to
them over.
Respawn.
Bethesda, like their creation engines,
Yeah,
Oh.
they need to hang it up.
it's
Like,
bad. It's bad.
Like Fallout 4 was fine, but like moving from Fallout 4 to Fallout 76, it was like there
What's
should be
funny
an
is one of the
improvement.
things that broke. One of the reasons why Fallout 76 broke so hard was because the creation engine has a frame rate based physics system. So when it was locked at 30, everything was all right. But when it became uncapped and you started hitting like 120, 144,
Okay.
it would just break.
So interestingly, Titanfall and Apex are on Source Engine.
That's a good engine.
It's just interesting that EA has.
They were like, nah,
is letting
nah.
Respawn do something like that.
And it's funny the quality difference.
Yeah.
Like, the Frostbite engine was made for one thing. Battlefield. That's all it was made for. It wasn't made for anything else.
Cause like Apex Legends, I love that shit. Like that's one of my favorite parts about it. Like the way it plays.
Yeah, Source Engine. There are a lot of good games made on Source Engine. Portal 2, one of my favorite games ever.
Look,
is on
in
Source
terms
Engine.
of engines,
Nice.
it's like Unreal is great, Source is great, Frostbite was made for one thing, Creation needs to die.
Fox Engine, if Konami would just let motherfuckers use the Fox Engine, you know how happy I'd be?
That's in a gilded cage.
right.
That's just in a gilded cage. That's just what Fox Engine is.
Konami.
Locked him up in the basement.
And then you got whatever the Gorilla engine is.
Decima.
Oh,
that's what it's
Decima's
called.
really
Oh,
strong.
that's
That-
yeah,
that engine.
Horizons.
Yeah, they're working on another one of those.
Yeah.
They're,
What, another Decima or another
No,
Horizon?
Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
They're working on Horizon sequel, which is good.
I mean, I need to finish the first one. but-
Apparently, judging by the current
Back
size
lucky,
of
back
Gorilla
low.
and some of their recent hires, we didn't talk about this last week, but they hired some of like the game directors off of Rainbow Six Siege and like some of the multiplayer architects.
Oh, nice.
So, and their team is now big enough to have two full-size AAA
So
games.
can we get Horizon and maybe, just maybe, didn't they make Killzone?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
Horizon and Killzone. Like, I need another Killzone, especially.
I've never played a Killzone, so.
You really got to play
It's a
Killzone.
good time.
2 and 3 are admittedly way better than Shadowfall, but you'd have to.
I mean, Shadowfall was a launch title, and you all know how
Yeah.
launch titles are.
they're worth playing.
All these words. mean
Oh, and
nothing.
shout out to the Crytek engine.
Oh, yeah.
Crytek.
Yeah,
Melting
man.
Built
computer
on
since
Cry
2002.
Engine. That used to be my favorite thing. Like, I liked Crisis 2 so much on, like... What was weird, I played Crisis 2 on consoles, and, like, powered by Cry Engine. That was just, like, such a clean screen to go in on. And that might be something I play on PC. I might, like, boot up Crisis 3.
Are you gonna play Fallen Order though?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
I like
I'm
Star.
going to-
I
I'm
like
not
Star
gonna
Wars
give
games.
I feel like
EA
this is gonna
praise
be
for
the
not
one
doing
that I
all
get.
the bullshit that we get mad at.
They
at 'em
put
for
their
in the
name
first
on a
place.
fucking group project. I said that with Apex. I'm saying this here.
Yeah, they
Single
really.
player.
I mean,
No
Respawn is what's
microtransactions.
keeping them alive right now.
I was
Just
really
straight up.
scared when
Straight
they
up.
bought Respawn but it's showing like they're in there like throwing their weight around because that's why Ragtag, the Amy Hennig Star Wars game, that's what it was codenamed. They couldn't throw their weight around the same way, and they had like big names. Like it's just showing like
Yeah,
the
those-
fact that
And then
that was
also,
disappointing.
by the way, they've had the last couple of successful non-sports game EA has have been Respawn
Yeah, Respawn and FIFA keeping them alive.
and Apex Legends. No.
Oh, Respawn.
Yeah.
yeah, Respawn. That's the thing. Respawn has never missed. Like people say what you will about the first Titanfall, it was
See,
like.
the first Titanfall, its only problem that was multiplayer only.
But I mean, even that, like Overwatch is multiplayer only, and it was our game of the year. Like Monster Hunter, we pretty
It's a
much
dead
played
game.
as a
It's a dead
multiplayer
game.
only game. Like but there were people that just didn't like it. Like in my opinion, it had good modes.
No.
It
The
had
shooting
good
was
ideas. It had good shooting. Like the fact that it had creeps in a first-person shooter. What other shooter do you know that just has like AI people that are just out there to like give people points essentially? And I mean, they'd mix in pilots, so you couldn't just be like out there shooting grunts, like because somebody would come along kill you, like another pilot, and then that would give them way more points than you were earning just shooting grunts. But it like added like action, even like where
See,
there
the
would be
important
down
thing
points.
is that it did the parkour with the first person shooter aspect better than Brink did. That was the important thing.
R.I.P. Brink.
Isn't
Brink
that
should've been
that
better.
skating movie from Disney?
If only. If only it were that good. I
Yeah,
have
my
no.
man really took some gravel. I was like, yeah, this will fuck her up. Deep cuts.
Yeah. But the thing with Star Wars is basically, story-wise, it's nothing new. It's just another same-o, same-o.
It looks pretty sick though.
No, that's the thing. The game looks sick.
The game,
And I
looks
want the
sick.
game to be good.
Like
I'm just saying.
I feel you though. Like I would want more from the story, but like those purge troopers.
Oh, yeah, those Purge
Motherfucker got on the ship, started hitting it with that force. I was like, ooh, you gonna hit it with the force?
We'll do it.
Do it.
And then also, it's one of those, like, heck, I would love if that halfway through the game you can get conscripted into the Purge troopers, because it's not like the Empire weren't just grabbing up any Force users they saw.
Yeah. I mean, this is true.
Oh, EA kind of sucks for this. I'm over here looking at how to play Crysis on PC, and I have to do it through Origin.
EA.
Like, Crysis
You know what
Warhead,
it is.
Crysis 1, and Crysis 2 are all on Steam, but to play Crysis 3, gotta download it on Origin, which I'm probably not gonna do.
Oh yeah, that Overwatch event is live.
Oh, Storm Rising. That's...
Storm Rising. The cutscenes were dope.
Oh my god.
Those shits were dope as fuck.
It just makes me even more mad that A, these are about to go away in like a couple weeks, and
Like
then
Overwatch,
B,
stop doing that shit. Stop. Like, you want to keep your players.
they have
Keep the shit.
a 4-player co-op mode in Overwatch
Just
right
keep
now.
it.
Like
Just keep it there.
between all the missions and all the like different things you could do, that they could release that as a like smaller game, and I'd buy that and play that. Because I mean, it's
For 3 missions?
they need to do more, but I mean, it's good. Like
It
the
is good,
cutscenes they added, like the art that they do, the characters
Yeah.
they're introducing. Overwatch is pissing me off by
They are pissing
introducing
me
all
off.
these characters.
Overwatch, give us a character pack with like 3 fucking characters. Give us Jeffertown Queen. Give us the Omnic from the McCree Ash short, and give us Sojourn from this event. On top of whoever else y'all fucking got in the back.
See, here's the thing about it is, with Overwatch, the way that game is balanced, they can really only do a character at a time. Because either the character does nothing, and we don't really hear much from them, or they just completely warp the game in a way that they can't solve. That's literally how every release has been. They haven't released the character.
The only character
that is
that's shifted the meta has been Brig. And that
Nah,
was,
Ana shifted the meta when she came out.
no, I'm saying like it's been since Brig. That was that like
Ana-
they've dropped 3
Ana
characters since
changed
then.
yeah, it's like Ana changed the meta.
I'm
Sombra
like this
kind
shit.
of
This shit before
didn't
that,
really work.
like she was good, but people didn't figure it out.
Well, no,
Yeah, she was good.
no. They had to. Sombra's been reworked like twice.
Yeah, no, she was always good. Like people just didn't know how to use her. That was the
Yeah,
problem.
I'm not gonna try and defend OG Sombra.
No, Sombra was good.
OG Sombra was not that good.
She was good.
Nah.
Niggas just didn't know how to use her.
No, her
'Cause
gun
a
was
good-
garbage.
a good
Like her
Sombra
gun
would
was
fuck-
actually garbage. The amount of time they had to fix the spread on that gun.
That is true.
Like, come on. Come on.
That is true. But basically, all I'm saying is they haven't had a good character that's changed shit since Brig.
Yeah, but also another.
That was 3 characters ago. Like, what the fuck
Yeah,
are they
but then
doing?
also another thing about it though is one of those. The brick problem can kind of be fixed by having roll lock and doing 2-2-2.
That's stupid though. And that gets rid of some of the creativity in Overwatch.
Yeah, but it's better for the longevity of the game because the thing about it, the creativity when it comes to players, it's going to become the most effective thing. Then it becomes the meta, and then that's all you see, and no one's going to do anything about it. That's what happens with every game that allows that much creativity. It's just one of those. At the end of the day, people are just going to pick the best thing. Like,
I just don't want to be locked into 2-2-2 because sometimes you'll be better off with like switching.
well, see, that's the thing about it. Switching would still be fine because then it allows the internal class-based metagames to happen. Like, I haven't played this game long enough to have a great example, but
Exactly.
it's
Like that's what I'm saying. Like
for
2-2-2
example,
is not the solution.
Widow counters Far. Like, for example, if you have a Far running wild, then you switch to a McCree or a hit scan, and then they're like, okay, they're playing career hit scan, you switch to this DPS. It's like the switching still works, and it allows the internal metagame between the classes to actually play out.
No, that would just get old fast. They just need to drop more characters.
All right. So speaking of needing to drop new things, PlayStation did something really out of character and kind of amazing. That like yesterday, I woke up to news that Sony went and did an interview with Wired magazine about the PlayStation 5. Like
The Wired. I actually grew up with the Wired magazine. That's always been a great one.
Oh yeah, Wired has been.
And this was like
they were plugged in.
bombshell. This was crazy. So Mark Cerny the architect of the PS4 and now the PS5, went to Wired brought Wired to them and compared Spider-Man on a PS4 Pro to the PS5, and they actually like outline some things that are very interesting about this and make it like automatically a day one purchase for me. Like it was already going to be there, but they've already announced full backwards compatibility with PlayStation VR and every PS4 game. Meaning every PS4 game you own right now, going over to PS5, you'll be able to play.
Ooh, it's based on the 3rd generation AMD Ryzen?
Yeah.
I like that.
And then they're doing a custom GPU that's a variant of Radeon's Navi. So, and it'll have ray tracing, which you guys all said I was crazy when I said, oh, this RTX 2080 is going to be a good look at what we're getting next gen. And everybody's like, oh no, it's just a graphics card.
I didn't say that because I didn't have an opinion on it.
Because
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I didn't believe you at all.
But now we know
the only thing about like all this PlayStation 5 shit is they're not telling me anything that I didn't really expect.
Actually,
the SSDs
being
the
backwards,
ray tracing,
actually backwards compatible for Sony's kind of like.
the fact that my VR
they
will
set
still
up their
work.
infrastructure with PlayStation 4 so where they can have backwards compatibility. So
Yeah, but that didn't guarantee it.
That didn't guarantee it, but it's like, all right, they noticed they shot themselves in the foot.
Why give me
last
backwards
on
compatibility?
PlayStation
But
3.
you could just sell me the HD remaster again.
So they knew they shot themselves in the foot, and they were like, all right, let's try and keep up and not,
I mean, at this point,
Fuck
HD
ourselves over
remasters
again.
are really just how to fill out your console library when you have nothing going on.
Yeah. I mean, but it's PlayStation. They have shit going on. So there's that.
Yeah. And this actually leads me like Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone is like next week. Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, and Death Stranding all could be cross-generational games with this, no problem. They're saying this can definitely do 8K, and then they're saying one of the ways they're going to advertise it is by like saying they've eliminated load times because it's going to have SSDs.
That is sick though.
I mean, it's SSDs. Like essentially, instead of running it off of a disk, they've changed your internal memory into a cartridge, which was how they sold the Nintendo 64 up against the PlayStation. Like, oh, PS1 has to load all the time. It's just instantly here on the cartridge. And that's what their SSDs are now affordable enough that...
Yeah, but you know what isn't affordable?
What?
The 3,700 8K monitor you're going to need for that 8K.
Well, this is still at least at the earliest next year. And that's always something. Once consumer products support something like 4K is affordable now. And 4K, even as like last year, we were talking about how 4K is not affordable for the general consumer. And now, like
$200 TV, 50-inch. Get you one.
Exactly. And 4K and
You
HDR.
said $200?
Yeah.
That's cheaper than the Xbox One S. Going outside.
But yeah, I mean, 8K, like Stadia's talked about it. This is truly a next-gen console. And they said, like, they showed demos of Spider-Man on PS4 Pro where the camera could only move so fast because that's as quickly as they could get the data for the city off the hard drive. And then they showed it running on the PS5, and they were able to just, like, shoot through, and, like, they kept stopping to be like, oh, and it still looks as crisp as ever. Like, it's still, they were showing it on a 4K TV because, like, 8K is still like you said,
And then also
over
another thing about it
$10,000.
is it's about that time, like with the outlier being the 360 PS3 generation. Most console generations are about 6 years. Should be about that time.
Yeah, and I mean they've been developing it for the last 4 years, and I mean
When do y'all think it's gonna drop?
they said definitely not 2019, and I was already expecting mid 2020. Like
I was thinking late 2020, if not early 2021.
Yeah, I was thinking 2020 at the earliest.
yeah, and I mean
The absolute earliest. Like
I could see
maybe
holiday
season?
yeah, holiday
Maybe?
2020, but usually like Nintendo showed with the Switch, you can put something out. They put out the Switch in March, and it sold like crazy all the way through to that holiday season. So if let's say
You just
PlayStation,
needed heat on it.
they came out of the gates with Breath of the Wild. Like, I mean, granted it was on Wii U, but like, we don't talk
Yeah,
about
that don't matter.
that. Exactly.
That don't matter.
That don't matter.
I played it originally on Wii U.
Yeah, that's because you didn't have Switch though.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like I said, don't matter.
I feel like if PlayStation comes out with Last of Us, first of all, they already have like, oh, day one you can play The Last of Us, the entire Uncharted series, Red Dead Redemption 2,
See, no.
GTA 5,
And then
in
also,
8K, like,
at that point, we could probably get Cyberpunk in 8K, and then ooh,
exactly.
my body.
Can we handle 8K?
I haven't even experienced 4K enough to even fathom 8K, to be honest.
Exactly. Like,
I mean,
8K is a concept.
Like how real does it really need? I mean, to be honest, it could get really
The image
real.
quality it's starting to get to a crisp point where it's like 8K's for the hardware junkies. 8K's for the hardware junkies, like 4K
Currently.
was for the hardware junkies about a year and a half, 2
Right.
years ago. That's
Yeah.
what it is, because you have to know what you're looking for.
right.
Yeah.
Like the way I was able to look at Madrid's TV one time when he was the first one out of us with 4K, and I like looked up at the screen. And I'm like, okay, this isn't true 4K. There's checkerboarding. I'm seeing artifacts, stuff like
You
that.
got finessed.
But I mean, you
This is a true 4K.
not true 4K. Get this checkerboarding shit out of
I
here.
kicked him out of my house. After that.
But
How dare you come in my house and call me
Currently-
my
N-word.
TV.
we started the episode off talking about how I couldn't tell that HBO, like whether or not it was in 4K on my, but that's on my
How
TV.
am I?
I
Have
couldn't tell. I
fun.
thought you were just asking if that was an option.
No, I can't. It looks so. My
Why don't
TV
you
and
watch
my
it on your
monitor are
Xbox
two
One
totally
X?
different things. My monitor, I can tell when a game is 1080p or 4K or 4K like native 4K or 4K with checkerboarding.
Can you tell 360p?
Yeah, definitely. I can do
That-
You can look at it and be like,
480.
240. Can you really tell a 240 and 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Does
480.
Does it look like a
I can do
lyric
up to,
video
like,
from
90.
2001? Or does it look like an anime lyric video from 2002? That's the difference.
Yeah, honestly, you can, and I mean, just loading. I'm like, okay. A lot of times, like when my phone will be buffering a video. Like I know
What type of video?
YouTube, because that's the only place I can actually go back and check my resolution.
Okay.
If they, well, never mind.
You gotta get a higher quality site.
But YouTube on the phone will only let me go up to 1080p, and I can tell looking at my phone sometimes when it's like buffering and it's like on automatic. I can tell like, oh, it's in 480. Oh, it's in 720. Oh, it's so I can do that pretty much up to 900p, and then I can definitively on my monitor.
Can we quiz you on it and take bets?
Yeah, we could. That could be a good
Let's do
YouTube
that. I was about
video.
to say, let's do that on stream.
Yeah, that'd be. I think it'd be a good.
We can roll up a roulette or some type of
A what?
a
What do we-
roulette. You
What
know
do we
what I'm
roll
saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, we just
Get
give
like
it
a
up.
wheel, fortune wheel.
Well, no, all you guys would have to do is just like.
Is it 1080p?
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
We
somebody
got
got
Tonight's
Anton's-
episode on is it 1080p?
somebody
We
gotta get
have
one of them
Anton.
skinny mic joints, like the long skinny mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with an ugly blazer.
Or the ugly blazer.
Oh, yeah.
I got a couple, so like two ugly blazers.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's make it
We
happen.
need concepts for the 100th, not the 100th episode, but
The 24
the
hours.
24-hour stream.
Have we talked
Well-
about that? I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we
We touched
we
on
definitely talked about the 100.
There's got to be
Not
a
the 100
Beyblade
hour.
tournament.
Shoot us
Yeah. So
Shoot us.
You all have
Definitely gonna be a
Beyblades,
Beyblade
right?
tournament.
Right.
We all have Beyblades.
So there should be a Beyblade tournament.
Okay.
You'll have 24 hours.
24 hours. If y'all have anything y'all want us to do for that 24-hour stream, let us know.
Yeah, anything you want to see us play.
Hit our mentions,
anything.
slide in Discord, hit our fucking DMs, leave comments.
Heck, during the 24-hour stream, get into Discord, play some games with us.
Yeah,
Do we have enough space to jam?
Yeah,
Or just like
for
a acoustic set?
Madrid's. On my end, probably not. Like,
Okay. So depending on where we have it.
well, we're gonna probably be moving between locations because we can like hand the stream off.
Oh, okay. Oh, multi-stream.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do
Oh,
like
That's just gonna be fine.
This is going on every channel possible.
Take it to the trap.
we can also do stream. There was one night when we were still streaming the podcast from my phone where I just streamed my drive here to make sure the stream wouldn't die. Like even with
That's
like intermittent data.
Yeah, take him to the cut. Take him to the bridge where you get up on 20.
Take him to
The 20
the
bridge?
Bluff. Yeah, let's get Curtis Snow.
Take him a tour on Perry Homes.
Perry Homes is gone.
Oh man, I don't know shit.
That's where my old apartment was.
You used to live in Perry Homes?
No, they tore it down and turned it into where I used to stay at.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know, it had a couple of the
Remnants.
remnants, but
It had-
for
we-
the
we-
most
we
part,
call
it was
we call it the
college students and gentrifiers. So, you know.
So for anybody who is on PC, I am looking. Origin is having a sale. Even by the time this comes out to free feeds,
They don't care. They're just using their mods.
oh man, this sale is they got some good stuff for really cheap. Syndicate is $5. Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning is $5.
Kingdom Hearts Reckoning, good. Syndicate, I mean, honestly, I prefer the original where it was a management game.
Dragon Age Awakening is $6.66 with all the expansions.
Yeah.
So
That's about as much as I bought that entire thing of Dragon Age for.
No Origin. I'm good.
No, I bought mine on Steam.
Agreed.
I'll see what I mean. Like Titanfall 2 is $7.50, and I could play some Titanfall 2 on PC. But I think that's all we got.
Ooh, Inquisition's $8. That was a fun one.
All right. Any one more things before we wrap?
EA, don't fuck this up.
Don't fuck it up. All right.
They
Remember,
put Joker in Smash. In case you didn't know,
We willed it to be.
we called it
You can't say that manifestation isn't real.
straight up.
Madrid straight up called Mementos as the stage like
Straight the fuck up.
forever
He didn't
ago.
call it. He knew it. He willed it to be.
It was gonna happen.
Stay woke.
Stay woke.
As above, so below.
Remember, you can follow us all collectively on Instagram and Twitter at Cheesy Controller without the last E. I am at Anton6 3X's. Josh,
I know Jones everywhere.
Jalen,
At Squid Bishop.
Madrid.
Add 3-piece set pod.
You got that one out real well there. This has been a Knowitsgood production, and until next time, keep it cheesy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 91 of the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. With me, as always, is Josh Jones,
You can call me V.
Jalen Roberts,
Insert Persona battle music here.
and Madrid Devon.
Ravage them.
And Chris is still out of town. This is our last week without him. But we
I
got
said-
in. Huh?
Are you sure?
Oh, is he not coming
I
back?
don't
I thought
I don't know. I ain't got the answer.
Chris, where you at?
he told me the first 3 episodes of April he'd be gone. I'm going off the information he gave me at this point.
Hey, I just asked, are you sure? Because I'm not sure of most things.
Okay.
It's all a simulation, brother. Stay woke.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. The question is, what side of the simulation are we on?
The bad one, clearly.
Or
Are you
possibly the
sure?
good. Because Joker just like,
When you're in the
yesterday made me feel great. Today made me feel like we're in the bad part of the simulation because my car.
Are we
Attack
sure
my
we're not
house.
at the worst part of the simulation? The mid simulation?
Now we in the intro.
Oh, shit.
And we got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about Joker and Smash. We're going to be talking about the Dreams beta. We're going to be talking about our bodies being Reggie. We're going to be talking about powerful swirls and the French paying white people to procreate. And we're going to be talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.